We're recording, so.
Okay.
Oh.
My house's story involves an amazing coincidence. Part 1. Once upon a time, there was a football team called the Los Angeles Rams. The team was owned by a man named Carol Rosenblum. One of Carol's sons, Steve, was an executive with the Rams, and he and his family lived at 3 Gold Ring Place, this house. And in 1975, Carol Rosenblum's son sold this house to Norman and me. Part 2. Sadly, Carol drowned in 1979.
Really?
His widow, Georgia, and her 7th husband lived at 1010 Laurel Way in Beverly Hills.
I forgot that.
Eventually, Carol Rosenblum's widow sold her house to Norman's brother Barry and his wife Cynthia.
I didn't know that.
So in all of Los Angeles County, both of our houses, Barry's and ours, were sold to us by members of Carol Rosenblum's family. So our houses are related
I
through
never,
marriage.
I never knew that, Ann. I never knew that.
I didn't know that.
In all of Los Angeles.
Have the houses ever visited each other?
No. Okay,
That was funny though.
It shows you that.
more.
Hold on, I have to stop before I want to start again. Okay, go ahead.
1 second.
I should be recording and taking.
You turn the page.
I'll just have
So
to
she was
post
the daughter
what
of
Jill
an
has.
executive who owned the Rams, of the executive of the Rams,
The son of the owner.
the son of the owner,
Oh.
Have this house.
had this house, and then his
But I didn't know
wife
a lot of stuff.
passed away.
The owner,
He
the,
died,
He
his
died,
wife had 7
And
months.
she got remarried.
Yeah.
And
It got
lived
kinda
in Beverly
confusing.
Yeah,
Hills.
you can watch the
This will be
rerun.
on the test later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
Everybody except
Whatever, guys.
Sophia and Nate probably knows everything I'm about to say. So bear with me, because just indulge me, I want to reminisce. This house has always been a family affair. Our down payment came in part from what we inherited when Norman's parents died. Our remodeling expense was covered in part by what we inherited when my parents died. So we always felt that they all were an integral part of our home. And this has always felt like a very happy house. And I love that we have had 3 beautiful weddings here. The property isn't that large, but each of the 3 ceremonies took place in a different part of the backyard. The first wedding was Lynn's. By the way, Sophia and Nate, Lynn is the realtor who found this house for me. And here she is. The wedding, the first one was Lynn's second marriage. We had the pool at that time. The ceremony took place at the far end of the pool, and the guests were seated all around the pool.
Yeah.
The second wedding was Cousin Mark's, and we had a gazebo at the far left end of the yard under the jacaranda tree, and the guests sat in rows facing the gazebo. The third wedding was Valerie and Russell's, and they had a gazebo down the steps across from my bedroom, and the guests were seated in rows facing the gazebo. The hedges now fill most of that area, so it's hard to picture that there was room for a gazebo and a
And a
12-foot
dance floor.
deep dance floor. Over the course of the 50 years I've lived here, we've had lots of wonderful gatherings of family and friends. We've had decades of Newton Day dinners. I'm sure Lynn has been to all of them.
Yes, I have.
Along with our extended family of aunts and uncles and cousins, and some family members who came out from back east. Some of those relatives came all the way across country to surprise us. Uncle Mike, is my brother, and Aunt Penny surprised us that way so often that we almost expected them to show up every single year, and we were disappointed if they didn't come. They did surprise us for my 75th birthday. They drove out in their RV and showed up in costume. It was also Newton Day. So Mike was dressed as Isaac Newton, and Penny came as Fig Newton cookies. We had a great party for Norman's 50th birthday. My parents surprised us by flying in from New York for that one, and they even wore disguises of mustaches and beards. There were many summer family gatherings where little Adam and Shayna and Skylar and his brother Dylan ran around in the backyard with several dogs frolicking along with the children. I have great memories of the days after Valerie and Jill's weddings, where our dearest friends who had flown out for the weddings were relaxing in the backyard and chilling in the pool. I also remember that this was a frequent gathering place for Valerie and Jill's friends when they were in high school. They were very comfortable hanging out here, and we loved having them. The two groups of friends blended together much of the time because one of Valerie's friends became Jill's boyfriend for several years. They were all together.
You couldn't wait.
Through all these years, some of my most cherished memories are of Norman seated at his beautiful piano, playing the music he loved, some of it music that he wrote himself. I'm an eternal optimist, so I'm expecting to enjoy many more years of happiness in this house, often surrounded by all of you and other well-loved family and friends. For me, you are all part of the quintessence of the spirit of this house. I love you all, and I'm so happy to celebrate this milestone with you.